because he doesn't have constitutional authority to do that. It would require legislation. And not only that, they've gone down this road. They don't have the ability to get it through Congress. He acted, and he was slapped down by the U.S. Supreme Court, and they're doing it again to try to do it. But what I propose is much different than what he's proposing. What he's proposing illegally, he doesn't have the authority to do it, is to basically say, if you're a truck driver, you didn't go to college, you don't have student debt, sorry, you're going to have to pony up to pay the student loans of somebody, who maybe got a degree in sociology or something and is not gainfully employed and can't afford the loans. That is not fair, and that's not something I've ever supported. Now, hold on. Now, having the universities back the loans, to me, is just, because the universities benefit when students take out exorbitant loans. The universities benefit if somebody takes 6 years to get a bachelor's degree rather than 4 years. And what have they done in the era when there's been a lot of the free money out there with the student loans? Has the education gotten better at these schools? No. What has it done? It's led to a massive administrative bloat that has happened. And obviously in Florida, we eliminated the DEI offices here, but a lot of that is what's happened. So the incentives have not been good, and I do think some of these students, and that's why I offered what I offered, because I do think some of the students were sold a bill of goods that somehow these degrees were magic, but who is responsible for this mess? And I think the university should be in a situation where they're responsible. And if you're graduating people that are gainfully employed and have successful careers, then it's never going to matter. And so maybe you got to do maybe you have to do less zombie studies and do more things that actually matter in the universities. That's what it's all about. So I think that the fact that I've had, I think, a very strong proposal in student loans does not mean that you just unilaterally cancel loans that you don't have the authority to do and impose that burden on taxpayers, many of whom have not taken out student debt and have managed to do okay. So that's they're just different things, but he does not have the authority to do what he's doing. I think what he's doing is, I think it's an election year thing. I think he's trying to generate votes. I honestly, as bad as the border is, I wouldn't be surprised. You're hearing these reports. He may close the border after all. And I think if he does it, and people say, well, why didn't you do it the first 3 years or whatever? But I think that they're thinking, hey, if we just close it through the election, people will forget about the border as an issue and that somehow that's going to help. I mean, look, I don't know. I mean, that'd be very cynical if that worked. But I wouldn't be surprised if he's doing that. I think he's maneuvering to try to figure out ways to give himself an advantage in the election.